Problems, for our perspective, from a shamanic perspective, is kind of a spiritual illness perspective, and I'm saying that that is manifested in limbic dysfunction. What do the shamans say is wrong? They say this person has accumulated too many dark energies, dark spirits, and that's what they're coming for is cleaning. So if we don't treat and clean these energies, the person gets sick. So what do? This is our maloka, we clean. So there is similar ideas throughout all the traditional cultures. Actually, here I am with the Zulus Hangoma in South Africa recently. They do ritual bathing, plant baths, vapor treatments. They're all about ritual cleansing and cleaning, that is a key to health. Do we have anything that parallels that in Western science? It turns out, yes, we do. In the psychoneuroimmunologic world, we have this concept of allostatic burden and load. So it's basically that our stress response system, which is very well defined and described at this stage by psychoneuroimmunology, is burdened over time by accumulated stress, modified and sometimes overburdened and sometimes maladaptive. I'm going fast because I got to go fast. So they have conditions. This is the kind of things, just multiple stresses. How do you measure allostatic load? They have a measurement. It's cortisol levels, adrenaline levels, inflammatory markers. These are all links of the immune system being overburdened by accumulated stress that's sitting and weighing on the system. PTSD, great example, okay, of an overburdened stress response system. Pretty clear. This is Russ. He came to down to the center a while back, treated, got better. From the shamanic perspective, cleaning all the energies and the spirits of the war, that's what we did. So migraine, is looked at as a maladaptive response to stress, injury to the stress coping mechanism. Again, chronic fatigue syndrome and highest allostatic load. Here we see it taking shape and all these illnesses that kind of look kind of spiritual. This childhood, kids that will have their parents die. Here's all the measurements. Their HPA axis, the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis stress response system is marked. Okay? Psychoneuroimmunology is the study of all this. Here's the brain. It's all very well described. This is the autonomic nervous system, very well described, connected to the whole thing, connected to digestion, connected to erectile dysfunction and all these other emotionally related problems that are so everywhere, connected to our emotions very directly. An expression of our subconscious body controlling our tears, our laughter, our digestion, our upset stomach, our nausea, our vomiting, our diarrhea. Sounds like an ayahuasca ceremony. Here's the limbic system again. There's the hypothalamus sitting in the middle, heading up the stress response system in the HPA axis. And if you go to these other talks, that's psilocybin, this ain't hypothalamus. There's other people, there it is. So accumulated energy, stress from childhood, maltreatment, psychological trauma leads to increased allostatic load. Allostatic load represents maladaptive functioning in our psychoneuroimmunologic apparatus. Leaves us with less capacity to cope with stress, etc. So then I talk about stress response system. For us, ayahuasca in a proper ritual setting and icaros can be effective in cleaning accumulated stress damage, allostatic load burden, often resulting from emotional trauma. Epigenetics, I just want to touch on this. Epigenetics, the coding of the genes, okay? This is the coding of the genes, not the genes themselves. Very susceptible to lifestyle, nutrition, environmental toxicity, psychosocial stress. So now we see, and this is what gets imprinted. Here's them. Oh, it looks like, where is the imprinting happening during maternal imprinting, childhood trauma? Oh, it looks like it's the epigenetics, Attachment theory, these neglected monkeys, what's wrong with them? It's their epigenetics. Early life adversity associated with broad scope of lifelong and health and behavioral disorders. The study examines whether randomized blah, blah, blah. It's basically epigenetics, okay? That's what I want to tell you. It's a growing thing. Epigenetic mechanism of depression and antidepressant action. So I think we should explore the possibility that we at the Ayahuasca Healing Centers are cleaning allostatic load, pathologically imprinted epigenetics from our emotional centers, which, by the way, are hardwired into our tears and our vomit, rapid limbic revision. That's what I want to say. And the last thing I just want to say is spiritual health, where the rubber hits the road in embodied consciousness, is the emotional health is there. And so we see that. And so Jacques Mabit is going to get much more into the spiritual technologies, as other people have talked about, of what we do in shamanism and in technology, but in a way that the larger community is going to understand. Emotional health is a place where that's marked. And our limbic system is there, and the epigenetic imprinting of the limbic system is there. So I think this should be a focus of some research. It seems interesting to me. That's it.